Okay, well, here's the deal. I'm 1995. I'm down in Florida, in West Palm Beach area. And I'm playing on a mini tour. And the mini tour is Sunshine Coast, Sunshine State Tour, something like that. Yeah, before we all get to romanticizing about somebody playing on a mini tour, there's only one thing I needed to play on a mini tour. Just one thing. And that thing was a check that wouldn't bounce. Simple as that. Show up, plop a check down, you're on a mini tour. So it was no great accomplishment by the dude here, okay? All right, no bullshit zone. You know, I thought it'd be a great thing to go down and play on a quote mini tour, but you know, at the end of the day, I had a check that didn't bounce. Not a big accomplishment. Well, one of my first events was at a place called Lost Lake, and I'll never forget the name of the course, Lost Lake, because when I told somebody I was playing at Lost Lake, they had knowledge of the place, and they said to me, well, everybody calls that Lost Ball. So I was playing this tournament at Lost Ball, and it was. I don't know how many balls I took with me, but I think I came pretty close to using them all. Well, anywho, on that first round, I played with a gentleman by the name of Tom Knapp, Knapp. And there's a few reasons why I remember Tom Knapp. But we played our first round together, and I was pathetic, okay? I was pathetic. I am sure that at certain points in that round, Tom Knapp and the other gentleman we were playing with, who I forget his name, they were asking, what the hell's this guy doing with us? I mean, it was, you know, I talk about embarrassment. This was it. This was the pinnacle of embarrassment. I mean, this was really high. Well, anyway, we started playing, and the thing about Tom Knapp, well, let's go back to the other guy. The other guy had actually played on the PGA Tour. I forget his name. Youngest guy, I say youngest guy, I'm in my 40s, he's in his 30s. Let's say he's 35 years old, something like that. And he had a really good, strong build about him, so I guess he was lifting weights or something like that. And he'd get up on a tee with his driver, and he would just aim way left and hit this big old ass sloppy cut out in the middle of the fairway. And he did it pretty regular. You know, it's not the shot I wanted to play. I didn't come all the way down to Florida. I didn't quit my job, turn in my pension, do all that shit to come down here and hit a sloppy cut back into the fairway. Whew, that's good. Anyway. Now, Tom Knapp, he was a different flavor. Tom, I think at that point in time, was probably about, I want to say about 47 years old. And he was getting maybe 48 or 49, you know, in that range. And he was getting ready to try to get to the senior tour. And the one thing I remember about Tom Knapp is, you're down in Florida, and we're like talking February or March, something like that, and you get on a course, and you're trying to play golf. Well, in Florida, at like 10 o'clock in the morning, somebody in the state of Florida hits a switch, and this wind starts blowing. And it's the damnedest wind I've ever been in. I mean, I've been in winds that, you know, blow this way, they blow that way, they blow in front of you, they blow behind you, it comes and it goes and stuff like that. But in Florida, this wind is like, and it stays that way till about 3:30 in the afternoon. and somebody hits a switch and the wind stops. Damnest thing I ever saw. So we're playing at Lost Lake, a.k.a. Lost Ball. And Tom Knapp's up there. And Tom Knapp, you know, you're standing on a tee. And you're trying to figure out how the hell to get that ball in the fairway and get it down the fairway a little bit. You know, we're not talking, hey, I'm trying to drive the green, or I'm trying to take the bunker out of play, I'm trying to do this. You're just trying to move that ball down the fairway. And this wind is making it incredibly difficult. And Tom gets up there, and for a really, really long part of the day, Tom got up there with a 1-iron. And we're talking 1995, and even back in 1995, the 1-iron was a little bit different. But he's hitting Tiger Stinger off the tee with a 1-iron to get his damn ball in play so he can hit that second shot. And he's doing this all day long. And he's hitting this damn 1-iron. He's going bzzz, it bzzz, bzzz. You get the drift. That's what I remember about Tom Knapp playing. I don't remember his short irons. I don't remember his putting. I don't remember his chipping. I'll be a son of a bitch. He got up there with that 1-iron on that tee, and he would just drill that son of a gun down there in the damn center of the fairway, and that ball would just rock it down there. Whew. Man, he was good at that. Good at that. Well, anyway, we played that round out, and Tom Knapp was on the leaderboard. I think I'm going really. I'm going by memory here, and you know, senior moments and all that stuff. I think Tom shot a 75, and in the conditions we played in, 75 was like God. You know, 75 was beautiful. It was butter. I'm telling you, Jerry, it was butter. Well, he shot 75. It's a 2-day tournament, and I'm on the practice green with him the next day, and I go up to him, and I wish him. There's two things I want to say to him. Number one, he's on a leaderboard. And I say to him, hey, listen, I want to wish you well. You know, good luck today. And oh, by the way, I want to thank you very much for not laughing at me yesterday, because I know it was laughable. Thank you very much for not breaking out and laughing. I didn't say the second part to him, but I did wish him well in the tournament. And he said, well, hey, dude, thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. And he starts this conversation with me. And the conversation, he says, well, you know, after the round yesterday, I was driving up 95. I was going up there, and I was passing so-and-so course, and Greg Norman was out in the practice range practicing. And I know Greg, so I went up there, and I was, hey, Greg, do you mind if I watch you? I said, Greg, just watch me. Come on, man. I'm telling you the truth here. I'm talking to a guy who evidently knew Greg Norman and saw Greg Norman practicing and walked up and said, hey, Greg, you mind if I watch you? No, go ahead and watch me. I mean, how great is that? How great is it to watch Greg Norman hit? Well, anyway, Tom Knapp's telling me this, and he said, hey, dude, you know, by the way, I know why Greg Norman is so good. I mean, I figured out why he is so good. I'm there, you know, I'm like, okay, tell me. Well, the reason Greg Norman is so good, dude, is because he hits the ball so damn solid. Now, I didn't understand that. Well, I understand the words. Okay, Greg Norman is so good because he hits the ball solid. Hits the ball solid every time. Excuse me, I'll go back. Tom Knapp said, he hits the ball solid every time. I'm watching him practice, dude. He hits the ball solid every time. Hits the ball solid every time. Think about that. Hits the ball solid every time. Think about that. Woo! Now listen, you've got certain things that you're working on, and all of them have to do about swing. Whew. Wait. All right. Come on, dude. You got a kick out of that, didn't you? Mrs. Peel. Thank you, Mrs. Peel. You're working on swing. Oh! All right, I'm not going to use that word anymore. But let's say that you would be working on the same thing. No, I ain't going to do it. The same thing that Greg Norman was working on. Let's say you're working on hitting the ball solid. All right. Okay. I had my first range session a few weeks ago. And it wasn't the range session that I wanted, because the range session I wanted is give me all day long, give me all the balls I want to hit, and give me a real nice plot of grass, and I'm good to go. Well, I had some nice balls, and I had a nice plot of grass, but I didn't have all day long. I only had about a couple of hours because Mrs. Peel was shopping, and I had to pick her up. That's not to dress you, bud, is it? Come on, you can do better than that. I'm sorry. All right. Anyway, I'm on the range. And it's my first range session of the year. And I've been talking to you, dude, so I should have this thing down. Well, anyway, I had a plan. You know, I bought the extra large, super duper bucket of balls, and let's say it had 70 golf balls in it. Okay? And I had a plan. I had my pitching wedge, I had a 4 hybrid, and I had my driver. And my plan was I was going to get warmed up with the pitching wedge. Whew. Get warmed up with the pitching wedge, and then go to the hybrid and hit that a few dozen times or 8 dozen times. Whew. And then go to the driver. Because the driver is the most important club in the bag. If you want to argue that, okay, we'll argue that. But the driver is the most important club in the bag, and you need to be able to get up to that damn tee-ball, and you need to be able to drill that son of a bitch down there so you can play golf. So I had 70 balls to do this. And, you know, I've been talking to you about how going on, you know, stuff like that. But for some reason, with my pitching wedge, I wasn't hitting the ball the way I want. Oh, fuck it. Back up. I wasn't hitting it to where I wanted to hit it at, and it wasn't going there the way I wanted it to go there, which is the premise of this whole kingdom. How to hit the ball, where you want to hit it, and how you want it to make it go there to get it go there that way. Yeah, I think I just said that correctly. I'm hitting this pitcher wedge, and it ain't doing either one of those things. Whew, that's too good right there. And the reason it isn't going there is because, for some reason, even if I'm talking to you dudes for, you know, all this time, I'm out there and I'm trying to swing the club. You know, I'm doing the Hogan, I'm doing the Freddie Couples, I'm doing it all. But for some reason, I'm out there swinging the club, and the ball is not going. I mean, I'm hitting the ball okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm hitting the ball okay, but I'm aiming here, and this ball is going left. When I try to get to go there, it goes there weakly. It doesn't go there. Bzz. So the 20 balls are up that I wanted to hit with the pitching wedge, but I'm not master my domain. Not master my domain. So the damn pitching wedge isn't working. So I can't go to the hybrid. And I can't get to the hybrid. I can't get to the driver. So I got the pitching wedge. So I go into the next 20 balls, you know, and I'm trying to swing the club head. Now, I know Ernest Jones thought he had it right, and he probably had it right, but it's not what it's about. So I go through the second 20 balls, and I'm not better than I was the first 20 balls. So here's the neat thing. Here's the neat thing. When I'm getting in the last third of golf balls, I finally ask myself, hey, dude, how do you want to hit that ball? Forget about swinging. How do you want to hit that ball? What do you want that ball to do? Well, I got pitching wedge in my hand. I want that ball to start out real low and get to maybe a certain height, 15, 20 feet, and turn over and just zip in on that target. And when it hits that target, buzz, come on back. That's what I want to do. And it was very like the wet grip test and the tight suit test. I asked myself, what did I have to do to make that ball do that? Then all of a sudden I realized that when I put that club head behind that ball, number one, I needed to hit down on that ball. I want to hit down on that ball. I want to hit it downhill to make that ball do that thing, that low bizzer with the damn pitching wedge. I had to hit down on that ball. Okay, fine. Well, I want to hit down that ball, and I might want to do a little bit of a move down there at the bottom, put some hook spin on it, So I had that figured out. So I asked myself, okay, how do you want to do that? Well, how do I want to do that? And I got up to the ball, and said, okay, no, not right there. Okay, if I just hit down on the ball from that position and hit that shot, and I'm going to tell you, I nailed that ball. Nailed it. And for the next 20 golf balls, I did the same thing. Okay, how do I hit that target up there, that nail that's in that sort of right upper quadrant? Because I can't really get to the equator, and the South Pole is really out of touch. But if I hit down on that and I want to take some of that damn loft off the club to make it go low, I got to be here. How do I hit it there? How do I hit it in that position? Well, I hit it just like that. Now just figured out how to hit the ball, no swing. Actually, any thought of swing had left my damn computer. I was just trying to hit the ball. Greg Norman hits the ball solid every time. That was good there. So there I am going to tell you, I'm hitting my last 20 balls, and I let everything go, I said, how do you hit the solid? And I'll go into certain things. No, I'm not going to say that word. I'm going to go into certain things, I said, okay, well, I want to hit the ball that way, it's sort of my hands got in front, I felt my body go a different way, and I'm just going to go, I don't want to say this, but I will. Just beat on the ball. I didn't want to preempt myself, but I just did. Talking to AJ 3, 4, 5 years ago, and he was talking about a lesson he had given a student. And at the end of the day, the lesson, all the student was doing is he was picking a club up and beating on the ball. And I had never heard that before. Beat on the ball. Now that comes from AJ. And I talked to AJ after that about beating on the ball. And he said, oh yeah, dude, that's it. That's the explosion in your mind. Just beat on the ball. Well, of course, that was, like I said, that was years ago. And, For AJ just to tell me to beat on the ball, well, that's not good enough. I gotta go around the world about 5 times, and I'll come back. Ooh, beat on the ball. I know why Greg Norman's so good. He hits the ball solid every time. What if I were to tell you right now that the one thing you should do going into this golf season is to hit the ball solid every time? Forget everything else. Put the club in your hands, put the grip, put the handle. I like handle. Put the handle in your hands, and there's the ball right there. And you got to hit that solid every time. Now, when you say hit it solid every time, you might want to go into translation and say, well, how do I hit it solid every time? What do I got to do? Well, I got a spine angle. I got to turn. Left arm. How do I hit it solid? Okay. Forget translation. Forget it. Forget it. Throw it out. Throw it out. Throw it out. You're getting close. Throw it out. You want to hit the ball solid every time. I'll tell you what. What if we put our club down behind the golf ball and realize that we need to beat on that golf ball? Just beat on it. You ain't going to read this in any damn publication, any magazine or anything like that. No bullshit zone. Just beat on the golf ball. Do you think you can do that? Are you smart enough to damn pick up this damn club and just say, oh, I'll beat on it? Do you think you can do that? God damn it, I know you can do that. Come on.